back to the job summit, and Chris Uhlmann, he had a punny day covering the job summit, didn't he? Listen to all Chris Uhlmann's puns from the job summit.
Well, Carl, we are at base camp at the moment of the summit.
The job summit hits base camp, where summiteers included the Australian of the Year, nearing the peak of his summit. As the summit peaked, the Treasurer planted the government's flag.
All right, it wasn't so much a series of puns as just one pun over and over. Yes, Chris Uhlmann, we get it. It was a job summit like a mountain. We got it the first time. Speaking of puns, though, you know who had some great puns this last couple of months was Channel 10's Sandra Sully covering this Spanish tomato festival.
And we couldn't let this next story passata without making mention of it. It was here one day and gone tomato. But after a 2-year pandemic absence, the Tomatina Festival in Spain is back, which meant they had some ketchuping to do with thousands of people covered from their heads to tomatoes.
All right, please, for the love of God, can we just get a nightly comedy show back on? Channel 10 just proved they clearly have the writers for it. It wasn't just commercial networks who were good with puns recently. It was also ABC News Breakfast, where Michael Rowland couldn't stop talking about this bar for dogs.
A New Jersey bar has thrown the old rule, no shoes, no shirt, no service, out the window, at least for one species. Dogs are allowed off their leads during, wait for it, Yappy Hour.
You wrote that.
I did indeed. Free to dig in sandpits and cool off in small plastic pools in the bar's outdoor space. I wish I did, I didn't. The pups are watched by doggy bouncers to make sure they don't get too rough.